Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. No, we welcome them back.
Hi. On the way here, my dad asked me, how many people are listening to your podcast?
Well, when the windows are open, there's...
Right? Okay, good.
I think we should do the thing where we say the name of the show in unison, right?
Sure. Though I've been listening to other podcasts. People don't really do that.
They don't.
No, I know.
They're like, on today's episode, we're gonna da 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 da. And then they do a theme song, and then they get into it.
Okay, well,
But I like that we're not doing it that way.
No,
Okay.
I do love that so far that we have done the opposite of everything we've ever seen anyone else do.
And the things that we like about other podcasts.
Exactly, and I'm enjoying that. But it brings us to today's topic, which we do.
Wait,
we have
let's
a topic
do our
today.
Intro.
You want? Oh,
Yeah.
now you want?
No,
to
I'm all in. I'm all in.
Okay, let's do the
Okay.
intro. Okay, well, welcome to
I Barely Know You.
See, there we go. No, it's a nice thing that we do. I
Yay.
think we got to do it for at least till 10 episodes. I think.
Okay, fine.
We got to do 10.
And
with
by
that.
then, it's an expectation.
Well,
You
to
know.
who though? No one's listening.
Well, by episode 10, there's got to be a couple.
There should. Let's do the usual. How are you doing? How was your week?
Our dog had 4 teeth pulled out. And
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was just being a little bit like, oh, I'm in pain. And so we stayed home and we watched the new Wallace and Gromit movie, which isn't new.
It's new. It's new to you.
It was very fun.
Yeah.
And I painted my nails and I've been binging. Ooh, I'm reading the new Miranda July book, All Fours.
Okay. How's that
Did
going?
you ever see any of her movies?
I don't think I have.
Indie Darling. Actually, she talks a lot about personalities and having multiple different personalities within your one being. And I thought, oh, how appropriate.
How absolutely.
Before we get into our theme for
but
the
we're
week.
not saying the topic yet.
Okay,
we're not saying the topic yet.
How are you?
First of all, I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. That's very kind. But I cannot think of anything other than do you not want to say your dog's name on camera?
Bagel?
Yes,
Oh.
I'm so concerned about Bagel
Did I not
right
tell you
now.
guys? Oh yeah, Bagel went in for a teeth cleaning and they called us and they're like, your dog's teeth are screwed. Can
And
we
they-
take out 4 of them?
4 of them.
Yeah. It was like a
Oh, little
$2,000 bill.
He's doing okay now. He handled the surgery or whatnot, the procedure.
When we were at the vet, he kind of froze and
Of
they were
course.
dragging him across the
Oh,
floor.
Bagel.
And you could see in his face this feeling of like, don't leave me here. What's the matter with you?
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
But yeah,
So hard.
he's fine. He's a little silly guy.
He is a very little silly guy. We
You're so
love him
sweet to be
dearly.
concerned.
Of course.
You must have had teeth pulled out from don't all dogs get teeth pulled out at some point?
Oh, well, it's interesting. So
All
I
dogs
don't know.
go to heaven. I don't know if they all get teeth pulled out.
This is an established fact.
I think amongst small dogs there's an expectation that
I
they
think
just have
smaller
bad teeth.
dogs.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Jameson, look, he has undiagnosed teeth situations happening, but the thing is, he's so old and fragile that we don't want to put him under for anything. And we've debated
I
the
so
pros
get
and
that.
cons with
Yeah.
the vet.
I have friends with animals in other countries. If they get the same procedures we did for our Bagel, it's a fraction of the cost.
Do your friends live in the other countries with the animals, or do you have friends that have animals in other countries?
What?
I would hope
You
it's the
said-
first because
you
the
said-
latter sounds real sad.
You said I have friends with animals in other
countries.
and my brain
I mean, maybe
immediately thought, like,
grammatic. I prefer where you went with it, though that sounds real bad.
I did. Well,
I
thought,
have friends and their animals live far away from them.
I just thought, wow, what amazing independent animals they have. What an amazing relationship
the
they have with
animal
their
wanted
pets.
to get out of the house as quickly as possible.
For the record, did you hear Marin go, what?
What?
When she did that, that was my Alaska is not an island moment of, oh, I'm on the wrong side of this bit. I clearly am not making any sense.
I think it's sweet. Also, your outfit is so cute. For those who can't see, Matt's wearing a matching hat, glasses, and sweater that are all in the shade of blue. It's
True.
adorable.
I really
and your
appreciate
button-up's
that.
buttoned all the way.
all-
It's so charming.
You sound like you're describing a teddy bear. And your buttons go all the way to the top. Oh my goodness, look at you.
I think it's really sweet.
Well,
I'm wearing
first of all,
I'm wearing
thank you so
waffle.
much. Yes, you are. And I actually you're doing so it's no, they're both waffle. Okay, I was
I
gonna say, is
didn't
it
do
two
it
different
intentionally.
textures? No, it's great.
Because we sit on the floor, I'm always just wearing baggy pants
Nice, yeah.
and cozy tops.
Right. Well, I first of all, I love the palette today. Okay, it's
Oh,
nice.
thanks.
No, I think it fits in with the whole
My
vibe.
muted
And
tones.
I love the textures as well. I think you're doing something. If I tried to do it, I'd do it wrong. Every time I try to
I
like
like what
mix
you've done.
textures or mix different things, I don't know how to mix appropriately. Is the note I've received from various people.
I think you're doing great. I think it's really sweet.
I've had a lot of guidance. Shout out.
It's very cool that your glasses match your outfit.
Thank
That's
you.
my favorite
I appreciate
part.
that. I really do. I have 2 pairs of glasses that I treasure. This is one, and I've got them from another shout out to a local business. Marin, what's the name of it up in Eagle Rock?
Society of the Spectacle.
Shout out to
And it's
Dude.
Highland Park.
I would
Highland
go
Park,
there with
Highland
you
Park.
guys anytime. I drive by it all the time. They have the coolest looking sign.
Have you ever been inside?
No.
You have to go inside.
It's my favorite place.
And everyone there is a delight. And they have the most beautiful and unique and wonderful frames, and they're
Let's
super
go.
helpful. Yeah,
no,
we should
I
go.
need a new
I'll go with you.
pair.
Yeah,
They
we should definitely
changed
go.
all the lighting in my office, so it's just super bright
Oh.
light.
Yeah.
So I need like some tinted glasses for
Let's
inside.
You're also
So like
you just look really
shopping
cool in them. It's
day.
so
My
I know.
favorite coffee shop is right down the street from there.
Which
What's your
one?
favorite shop?
Kumquat.
We haven't
Oh,
been there,
I've
but we've
never
driven by
been.
the sign,
Favorite in LA.
and I always say it out loud when I drive by it. I go, "Kumquat."
It's so good. Speaking
It's a
of
fun word to
coffee,
say.
today's
Yes.
It's on my list. We have another special today.
Today's coffee is again provided by Mimic Coffee.
Shout out to Mimic.
He was over on Friday and I asked him to write us a note about this coffee.
I love that.
So last week's was Ethiopian. This is from Guatemala. It is richer, tastes like molasses, plum, and toffee, makes a tasty, balanced cold brew. Not too acidic.
It's okay. So as a not like coffee expert, I was drinking it earlier, and I would agree with all of that. The first thing I said, what I say, Marin? I said it's really smooth and tasty.
It is.
Yum.
Which is how a layman translates that sentence. They go, "Ooh,
Good
smooth
job,
and
Deepak.
tasty."
I mean, it's a testament to the fact that it's fun to know, okay, this coffee is preferable cold. Like he
Yeah.
was very adamant that you should make a cold brew out of it.
I just,
Do you know how to
honestly,
make cold
such
brew?
a good cold brew.
My friend Deepak taught me.
He taught you?
I can teach you too.
I wanna
literally.
learn.
How do you, wait? Without getting lost in it, what is it involved?
It's very
Like, what's
no.
different?
Once your eyes are open. Oh God, I could have been doing this for a long time. Yeah.
Is it okay? Because I know it's not iced. I know you don't pour it over ice. You literally brew it
Well,
cold.
when you go to a coffee shop and you get a cold brew and it's so good, you think, oh wow, they've done it, and you realize, oh, I could do it.
Is it
I
just
could
like
do it
tea
too.
but with coffee?
It's just like how coarse is
steep?
your grain and how long does it steep for,
Coarse is your
and
grain.
I mean the coarseness of the. I don't think saying grain is the right word. I don't know what the right word is,
Bean?
but the bean,
Well,
yeah, the coarseness
the
of
bean.
the
When
grind.
When you grind your
means a lot.
bean and then it becomes a grain. No, well, no.
I think it's like also pour over. Anyway, this is coffee.
It's a different
coffee fun.
podcast. It's a different
Uh,
podcast.
Another thing my dad said on the way over here
Yes.
was how all coffee tastes the same to him.
Really?
And I was like, there
Did
go.
you take offense? Did you?
Well, I grew up. I mean, he drank Folgers growing up.
Well,
So
yeah.
I didn't know that coffee wasn't instant coffee for a long time.
Folgers was a mainstay. I'm trying to think of all the different. My grandfather, who he had a tall case in the garage, bookcase, and it had dozens of coffee cans filled with nails and screws.
Cool.
And it was Folgers and chock full of nuts are the
Oh,
two that I
yeah.
can see vividly in my
And
head.
there's a third one that I felt like too American for an immigrant
Oh,
family. What was it? It
what
was
was
like
it?
Toll House or something.
Maxwell House.
Maxwell House. That's the
Yeah.
third one. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, 90s coffee brands. Like what? They're still around.
Those
They're still
commercials-
around. I was gonna say the marketing is what I missed.
Yeah.
Like you said Folgers, and I immediately started singing this
Folgers
song.
in your
God.
cup.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
Yes. It's-
I didn't
it's
even
ingrained in
like
us.
coffee as a kid,
Mhm.
but like my mom and grandma would make Folgers, and like just the scent would bring me downstairs, like singing
Yeah.
the song.
Oh yeah,
you know.
totally.
All right, so that's our coffee bit. Thank you to Deepak. I like also too that he wrote a little note. They should escalate every time he provides coffee. Next time, I want him to record a little VO that we can play.
Oh,
I
I'll
wanna-
tell him.
I want to fly him in. I want to. What else did I have on my list? Oh,
Hmm?
I did. Marin and I did see the Looney Tunes movie, the
Oh.
day the Earth blew up.
Did you hear the "How Did This Get Made" episode about Space Jam?
I
No.
must have because I used to listen to that show religiously.
So they did an episode about Space
Yes.
Jam. Boy, did I feel duped. Because I loved that movie as a kid, and
What-
they just railed on it, and also talked about how much money it was such a smart ploy to make
Brilliant.
a gajillion dollars.
I Space Jam story as a child in my room. I had a small. Eventually, you reach a certain age, where you get your own little tiny television and your own VCR. I didn't have this right away. I had to wait for this to happen. And when it
Aw.
did, it was approximately the 96 area, but must have been maybe 96, 97, because I had Space Jam on VHS. And for a solid, I'd say at least a year, every single night, I would put Space Jam on to go to sleep.
It was
And
I thought it was a really fun
loved
movie.
it.
Yeah.
I wasn't even a big sports kid, but I knew who Michael Jordan was.
Mhm.
And Bugs Bunny was my boy in the 90s. Like I was a Warner Brothers kid through and through. And so all of a sudden, here's the coolest basketball player in history and the coolest talking rabbit I've ever seen in my life. And they're together.
And they're making a duo.
And they're playing basketball.
They're playing-
The most accessible sport, because like I don't have to know any rules. I just know dribble, shoot. That's it. I know how basketball
Did you?
works.
I confess, when the LeBron James one came out, I wasn't rushing to
I
the
watched it.
cinema.
I didn't go see it in theaters.
Was it okay?
There's a whole other podcast that goes into
I thought for a while, should this podcast be about animation? And
It
then
could.
I mean, I'm
I
glad.
got a whole pad of things, but we could
I know.
pivot. I could
Well,
throw this out right
once in
now.
a while, we'll dive into our
We'll dip into
try
it. but-
obsession.
But yes.
So what's our topic today?
Are we ready to talk about it?
Well, I feel like, we've talked a little bit animation, and there is some we're using a little bit of,
Well, okay. So we wanted to talk about today. I was inspired by a couple of things from last week. You had this cosmic inspiration as well.
Mhm.
Personalities.
Mhm,
And what better show that the show that we wrote, I really enjoyed when I tickled myself with this one.
Please don't
I was tickled by it
say
too.
that.
Look, I wrote it in the corner of my notes.
Did you write? Okay, yeah, I said the show that has no personality, but the hosts have too much.
Yes, the hosts have too many.
Too
Yep.
many, yes, too many, yes. But basically, personalities, and what that's a very blanket statement. What do we mean by that? First of all, I was inspired by the idea of me being dressed as New York Matt when Rob was here, and then I was also reminded of this idea. I went to purchase. There's a local Italian deli spot that very much reminds me of home, and I went in there to get some stuff for dinner, and I recognized walking out that I become a different person entirely in an Italian deli, and I was like, do I do that at home as well? And it's like my voice gets deeper, my accent gets a little bit thicker. I laugh at things that aren't typically as fun. Yeah, I know, right? Like I have like this whole other person comes out, and I just started thinking like, oh, that's really interesting. How does that relate to what we've talked to so far? There are different personalities when we go back and forth between coasts. What are yours? Because then I started thinking about stuff so far that I we've already covered that you loved Grease, you loved Rent. And I was like, is there a whole musical theater side to you that I haven't really explored, or is it just Grease and Rent?
Yeah.
There were just so many, as we peel back the layers of the onion or cut through the layers of the cake or explore the facets of the diamond, whatever
Cut
you want to
through the
say.
layers of the cake.
I think I'm aping Shrek dialogue at that point. But my point was simply personalities was this
Yeah.
catch-all to cover all these different sort of
Well,
facets
and also,
and sides.
here we are making a show that is sort of leaning into our curiosity about other people's personalities.
Bingo.
And yet, I think one reservation that you and I both are still wrestling with was like, people, brands, people create this sort of personality that they have on camera, and then having to, Spencer talked about it last week, and then having to commit yourself to that.
Yeah.
And I truly feel like there are so many different little personalities within us, and each one has wants and dreams and hopes and desires.
Exactly.
And like, I'm always feeling like I'm playing devil's advocate with myself. Like
Yeah.
I literally have a rule follower within me, and then I have a anarchist in me as well.
Do you feel that have you recently discovered all these different sides? And recently, let's say like 10, 15 years, right? And I'm allowing such a large amount of time there because I feel like as you get older, you find more.
Mhm.
And part of the challenge and part of growing is like balancing and feeding all of them,
Yeah, or like not, or being aware of,
or balancing,
or
them,
just
maybe.
questioning, like, is this coming from somewhere within me, or is this coming
Understanding
from,
it, yeah.
I don't know, something else that I'm wanting to emulate? But I
Yeah.
think you're right. Living alone, I learned about a version of myself.
How long would you live alone? How long?
I got to do it. There was a couple years where money was actually going well before I met my partner, and so it was like 3 years I lived in downtown LA, and even that, it's like, wow, living alone, you discover parts about yourself. I was
Yeah.
I was naked most of the time. If I'm being honest.
Even
Like
while you
I learned
cook?
that.
Like that's
Yeah,
dangerous,
like
reckless.
I actually learned that clothing and like my connection to nudity was so different because there was no there was no one watching. There was no sort of. I didn't even look at myself very much in the mirror when I was at home.
You were just existing.
I just was, yeah. And I think that
there's a peacefulness to that.
Totally, and I think as a woman too, like having the comfort of knowing I was in a high-rise building, I knew nobody could see me, and I just think I didn't think about it consciously, but that allowed me. Or like I think as I got older, I learned to be more comfortable with the fact that I want to be a riot girl, but I also love makeup videos on YouTube. So like, I just like people doing all the things and embracing those parts of themselves, and I like relishing in that. As long as you're not bringing harm to other people, I feel like. Yeah.
Did you miss that when you were no longer living alone? When you're like, bummer, I can't be naked all the time anymore.
I mean, I could, but now I have a cute husband that's like, oh, you're naked.
What a wholesome representation of that moment. Oh, look at you.
Look at you. Hello. Why are you doing? Sometimes during COVID, I would put makeup on, and Eli would say, like, where are you going? Yeah. And I'd say, to the day. Like I just didn't. I don't know. Yeah. Just for me. I don't know. Figuring out what's for you. I was thinking I was trying to think of. Also, I imagine with social media now, being conscious of like what things am I doing for myself and my own curiosity. I'm glad I didn't have social media when or that it wasn't of import in high school and even in college. Because I know that all the things that I look back, I'm like, oh, that was really cool. I know I did purely out of a passion for it, not out of I want people to know I did this.
So wait, hang on a second. This is interesting. And I understand and I connect big time to what you're saying because I totally agree. Well, just the idea of I'm often grateful that I didn't have the social media element growing up and in those formative years because one, the way it would dictate decision making. And I do think I would fall into this trap that you're describing, especially because I probably wouldn't have the same kind of anxiety I have of it now because it would have just been part of my world, the way people just kind of going up into it. Yeah. But it dictates the things you do and the decisions you make.
Do you think it does? Like I imagine my young self, I would have questioned, but do you feel like you would have been swayed that way?
I think so. Well, I think I see it too. Cause sometimes, and this is like a little bit of like old man yelling at cloud territory, but like, I see like, youths. No, when I see other people doing like a fun activity explicitly for a video, there's a part of me, there's two sides of me that one is like, oh, that's fun to see friends hanging out, having a good time. And then there's another part of me that gets like this like rose-colored glasses of like, yeah, but I miss when my friends were just idiots and we weren't filming it to like to show other people. We were doing it for ourselves, right? We weren't doing it because we wanted other people to see it and think we were funny. And it's like, well, it's just different. And I learned to not like think negatively about that when I see that and interpret that way, because that's kind of a grumpy way to live life. But to see that and it's like, it's different. They are enjoying it. They are doing it for themselves. But part of what they expect and part of their experience is that other people will see it too.
Right. And also we know about film, like how many times did they have to try it out and how they're talking about the edit. But I'm wondering, like, were they in the moment? And when they look back, will they think of it as a memory that they all shared and really remember being in their bodies in the moment with the experience? I don't know. It's both, right?
Yeah.
We're like, come on, but we're also like, I love these guys. So it's both. It's not saying like I'm never like shitting on it or rose-colored glasses like the past. I think it's just questioning what would have been like if we had that.
If we had it, I don't know.
I think like as long as they're not causing harm to anyone or they're not being obnoxious about it, it's like, maybe it's just their way now of discovering things and experiencing things. And it's like, instead of being locked in a room just separately on their phones, like, they're recording, they're doing this, but like, they're still making a memory together. They're still doing something, like, and so it's like, as long as they're not being like in the way, like I can't stand when they're doing TikTok dances in the grocery store. Like that's not the place for this.
People in a grocery aisle doing dancing, I would be like, I'm photobombing that. And I would go stand in the back.
You're like,
and I would just kind of be like,
no, that's totally fine. And I've done stuff like that as well. I think it's just like, when you're in a crowded place and you're just trying to and you decide I'm going to set up in the middle of all of these people and back up into them and then not even be like, I'm sorry.
That sounds like being a teenager. Because when I think about me as a teen in high school, I did fucking shit that would annoy the fucking people around me.
Absolutely.
So loud. I'm already loud.
I know. And you know what though? When it's a group of 14-year-olds or a 13-year-old, I have a lot more leeway because you need to be doing this.
Yes.
But when it's a 27-year-old, I just don't have that anymore. Because I
shake them.
I think as a teenager, you do need to have those experiences. Like, I think like a teen, absolutely.
Yeah.
But a 27-year-old, you're 1 year off of your parents' health insurance.
Yes.
Get a grip.
Exactly. The clock is ticking. They need to figure this career out. I like the idea. Yes. One last thing. I'm just reminded of just like a fun story about my dad. Just because you were like, oh, I'll go in the back and I'll thumbs up. And I was like, that's totally my move. When we were little and we would go to like Disney World or any like mass like tourist areas and there were people filming and stuff, my dad would love to pop in front of their home movie and go, I'm Kramer. And my dad, for the record, looks nothing like Michael Richards or Kramer. This is the 90s, so he's making a relevant reference. And he would go, I'm Kramer. Hey, everybody, I'm Kramer. And then I asked my dad, I was like, why do you do that? He goes, because then when they go home, they'll say they saw someone famous. And I was like, but you don't look like Kramer at all. He goes, I know, it's hilarious.
I love him. The apple does not fall far from the tree.
This was his bit, and he loved to do this when I was younger, and I didn't quite get it at the time.
When I was a teenager, I would photobomb every picture I could, every opportunity I could, into like my early 20s before my frontal lobe developed. And my idea was people would go, why do you do that? And I'd say, because one day I'm going to be a famous actress and people are going to look back at their photos and go, that was Marin. Look at that. And I was going to announce this on a talk show that I had been doing this for years.
Nice.
We're on a talk show.
You're just planning your future.
Yeah. I envisioned Conan, but this is great.
In line with our theme of personalities, we took personality quizzes.
We did.
And we decided to go back.
Into those.
Yeah, so we decided to go back to the good old days of BuzzFeed and look up personality quizzes.
Yes.
We did 2 of them. Let's start maybe with we did one of which SpongeBob character.
Well, yeah, I had a couple. I had Sponge or Spice. I had
oh my God, you're gonna give it a name title? I
was trying to. I had
okay.
I had SpongeBob Picante. Which I don't know if that's anything. I had did I have another one?
Sponge or Spice is really good. I like that.
You got to stop digging when you hit gold, right? I think Sponge or Spice is really what it is. Sponge or Spice, I think is really
okay. So welcome to our segment today. Our game for the day is Sponge or Spice.
Okay.
So we took quizzes about to learn more about each
Dibs
other.
on Tarragon.
We did quizzes. I don't know what that means.
Isn't Tarragon a spice? It was a bad joke.
Oh, okay.
Like, because instead of a sponge, I chose Spice. We can cut it out. I
think it's really sweet.
Okay. So we did quizzes and we did
to try and learn to guess what each other's personalities were, and then share what our answers were.
Yes.
Okay, SpongeBob characters.
Okay, now I took them both because there were 2 quizzes.
I took them both too.
Okay, and I took them multiple times.
I took them multiple times as well. Can I say, I think those quizzes, you and I could make, the questions 100%. Were like, pick a favorite word, right? And then all these words were clearly which character said it. Or what? And I
will say they were what's the word for they were telegraphing. They were you could see a mile away.
Which character you were going for.
I still tried to answer honestly, even though I could tell what was coming on the horizon.
I think it messed me up because the thing I wanted to be, then I was like, but
I felt a similar way about the Spice Girls one, and we'll get to that because I did multiple answers and I surprisingly still arrived at the same conclusion. But anyway,
interesting.
I know, so I don't know how these things work.
Like the questions I would have wanted from a SpongeBob quiz would be like, you got fired from a job. How do you react?
Okay. And
then I know the characters well enough that I could come up with all different ways. Or you're at a saloon and a cutie patootie sardine walks in. What do you do? An anchovy walks in. What do you do?
I think within those 4 to 5 sentences, you put an infinite amount of more thought into what they would make hundreds of these an hour. They were churning these.
There's a reason there were 3 Spice Girls.
Yes, this did not have. These are not the days of like Cosmo magazine where there was editorials before those personality quizzes. I know. I thought it too.
I think I was
missed opportunity.
I think I thought that's how I remembered these BuzzFeed quizzes, and then to go back and realize, oh no, they were very.
We were also doing
minimum.
latter day ones. We're not in the heyday of it. Who knows? I don't want to speak ill of a giant internet superpower.
Got it.
Actually, I don't
Okay,
know.
so
all right, but anyway, let's get into our results.
okay, so what do you want? SpongeBob first?
We could do SpongeBob first.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Before you get into your results,
Yes.
I would love to hear.
Yes.
And you could decide who goes first. Your predictions for each other.
Copy that.
Smart.
So I think if you're starting with SpongeBob, let's do that, and then we'll go into Spice Girl and Spice Girl
Okay.
predictions,
Yes.
or vice versa, whatever you're starting.
Okay.
Okay. My prediction for you would be something like SpongeBob or
Yeah,
Patrick.
I know,
Like,
right? Yeah, or
but
somewhere in between.
Patrick's so goofy, so you just have a sweet earnestness about you, and
really
you
appreciate
care,
that.
and so I bet, and I could see you being like, doing a SpongeBob pose, like the batty eyes, like you're so lovely. So I would guess, and maybe you were just resistant to that. You're like, I don't want to be the cute, nice, likes people person.
Again, I very much tried to answer honestly, and you when you described the sponge, I think one of them was a picture of that, and it was the one I gravitated towards, and I was like, I guess that's the Patrick I am or the SpongeBob I am.
And
So
you got Squidward. You got Squidward.
That's the thing. All right, so let's just real quick, and first of all, thank you for all those kind words. I very much appreciate that. But the challenge here is I feel like we're cut from a very similar sponge, as it were, and so there is a curiosity and a hustle and an ingenuity and just like every time we talk, you are working, you're working. But whatever you're working on is, I feel like it's always something I didn't know you were working on. Like it's always a new thing or a new project. And that to me was like a Sandy Squirrel-esque thing of just like, very like resourceful, very like hustling and creative and all these different things. But you're not a Sandy Squirrel. You have those traits, right?
Okay.
But I wouldn't peg you as a full Sandy Squirrel. I think you have I would say if you put me as a SpongeBob Patrick hybrid, I would put you as a Sandy Sponge hybrid.
Okay.
Because a lot of
Sandy Sponge. I'm going to say you got SpongeBob.
I did.
Hey! You only get one.
I tried repeatedly just to make sure, because I was like, this feels kind of obvious. I'm very much. I think when I wake up, Marin, when I wake up, do I or do I not say I'm ready every time?
Does he? No. Okay.
No,
but if
no.
you said yes, I'd be like, I believe
say
you.
this, Matt, before like any of it, it's like he's into it. Using the example of when you wake up, I've never seen someone who's a worse waker up.
It's true. I'm terrible.
Like
at getting
in
up.
what way? Are you just? Do you need 10 alarms?
I need yes.
Okay.
that was the affirmation of two people that hate how many alarms I need.
If you didn't put an alarm on, does your body want to just keep resting?
Yes, very much so.
Have you considered allowing yourself to do that?
Not even a little bit.
Okay.
No,
Here's the thing. It is something that has always been a Matt thing.
Yes.
There is a home video his father has of Matt on a Boy Scout trip, like an overnight Boy Scout trip. And every single Boy Scout is like out. They're around a campfire. They're doing all this stuff. They're doing all these chores. And his dad goes, "Where's Matthew? He is asleep in bed still.
Oh.
It's like noon."
I was gonna say, for the record, the campfire thing suggests it was nighttime. No, everyone's been up for hours. This is the next morning.
That's
and
Matt's
I'm
one
still
form
in my bed.
Oh,
Yes.
that's your one form of anarchy. You're like, fuck this. I'm sleeping
Matt's
in.
a sleeper.
That is my one form. Oh, what
Resistance.
what a soft resistance. I remain unconscious. All right. So yes, I am.
Hey, we got it. I wish there was
SpongeBob.
a soundbite to go ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Oh, we can add it. Post.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
We could get the Tom Kenny
Now
laugh.
we're all doing it.
Did you ever see how Tom does the SpongeBob laugh? You must have. You're
Does
a
he go,
voiceover artist. Yeah, he goes,
"Ah." Some people tell me I laugh like SpongeBob.
Do they really?
Yeah. I know my laugh is strange and
No,
not
I don't
pleasant.
think you have a SpongeBob laugh. I like your laugh. You don't have a SpongeBob laugh.
Was it
You
close to
don't
that?
laugh like that's like a dolphin.
that was a SpongeBob dolphin thing. But here's the thing about your laugh.
Okay.
I don't think, much like this whole personality quiz, you could define it with your laugh is you have like a bouquet.
It's all over the place.
Yes, it's got. There's so many different elements to your laugh.
Oh,
and
thanks.
It's unique. You know that it's your laugh,
Oh.
but it's never. It's if you say someone has a SpongeBob laugh, you think the thing you just did, the dolphin, like,
Yeah.
like, but that's not the only laugh you have. You have many laughs.
When I worked mostly in theater, I'd go to people's shows, and then after they'd be like, I knew you were there. And I know it's the tone and sort of nature of the laugh, but I think also I laugh at things other people don't, like, or it takes me a minute. So the joke will happen, the audience laughs, and then Dylan gets it. She goes,
Can I tell you something? I every single time given the option, I prefer that over someone that goes, it's really funny.
Oh, right. You're like, what's wrong with you, sir?
Yes. Unless we're in like a writer's room scenario and it's 2 a.m. and we're trying to get somebody that goes, that's really funny. Then you allow it. We were all kind of spent.
Is it though? Is it funny?
I don't know.
Or is it like, okay.
I'm just saying that's the scenario I won't get mad.
I think what you're describing is someone going, oh, that's funny, because they're having a light bulb moment as well. Of like, you're cooking with gas. That's funny. Okay. That's funny. All right, let's go.
I don't like someone that responds in earnest to humor with, that's really funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, so I'm SpongeBob.
Yes.
And I predict SpongeBob Sandy hybrid.
Yeah,
I know you're not Plankton.
You can't do a hybrid.
Patrick. I know, but that's what I feel.
BuzzFeed doesn't do hybrids.
Well, they should have. Where did you? Before you tell me yours,
yes.
Were you surprised by yours? I know we already talked about it. You could see what's coming.
But also no.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's your prediction?
What's your prediction? I can't give you an answer, so you
have to give a prediction.
You're literally saying I can't do a hybrid.
Yes.
Well, BuzzFeed doesn't do hybrids.
Well, I know they don't. That's why I guess does.
Right. So you've said your Matt personal opinion. What is your prediction
Not my
for
first
the answer?
rodeo. I'll be wrong and I'll be fine with it. But I would say if I have to land on one, I want it to be closer to Sandy, but I think they gave you SpongeBob.
No.
They didn't give you SpongeBob.
I got the I can explain guy.
None of this works. None of this makes sense. Shut it down.
Guys.
What are you telling me right now?
I couldn't even remember.
Do they even have a picture of him?
This multiple
times.
What are you saying?
And
to me right
I my favorite character in all of SpongeBob is the my leg character.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, well, I wanted to pick my leg. So then I like willed my way into becoming my leg guy. But no, if I'm being totally candid, I got the I can explain guy. So this was a character who appeared in 2 random episodes. 1 random episode. It's like a sardine or an anchovy or what are they called? These little
the little
weenies,
the incidentals, the weenies.
It's an incidental character.
Yeah.
It's clearly an adult dressed like a child on a tricycle, and it shows up in very inappropriate moments and goes, "I can explain." That's it. That was that character.
Did it give a reason? Did it give your little personality summary?
Such and filled with this and this, and therefore we believe.
It says we are all the I can explain guy every day of our lives. He's an inspiration, but you've still got a lot of explaining to do. What I got out of it is just a wild card. It's just sort of like not tangible. I don't know. Eli said to me, "You're having a breakdown" after I got this because first of all I went and watched. I went through. I went to Reddit to understand like who is the I can explain guy, and there are Reddits about it.
Okay.
And some of them got really, really dark. But then some people wrote, maybe he's into some kinky shit. Who isn't? So I was like, okay. And then another person wrote, little did so many of us know we would eventually become that man, hiding in our homes, playing games like children, never letting the outside world see our true selves. So I had a very dark night last night.
This is not who you are. This is insane.
I thought
the fine folk, whoever is still employed at BuzzFeed is going to get a tersely worded missive. I will tell you that because I am not okay with these results for you.
I mean, like the insular. Is that how you say that word?
I'll take it.
Ancillary.
Incidental character?
The characters that are sort of the random little inserts.
Seamus is here to weigh in.
Hi. Part of SpongeBob's charm, I think, was those sort of random little characters. Is he okay?
Do we have a
the blind dog smashed into a table.
Come here, buddy. You can come through. You good? He's leaving. He's
so embarrassed.
It's okay. Yes, part of the love and charm.
Podcasts.
You're absolutely correct.
So in a way, I was like, this is cool.
Yes.
It's like one of those random fucking characters.
But that's just it. In a show filled with iconic random characters, it also gives you one that appeared twice.
In one episode.
In one episode.
I think it appeared from the YouTube videos that I watched. It appeared twice in one episode.
Now, hang on a second. There were 2 SpongeBob quizzes.
Yeah. I took the other one. That clearly wasn't an option, the other one, and I did get SpongeBob.
Okay. At least one of them handed you SpongeBob. If I were to boil it down, because I'm not great at these kinds of things, but if I boil it, it's positive energy and vibes. If I can't make the decision, well, what do I know I don't like or don't want, or it isn't the thing? So it's like, I know you're not Squidward. I know you're not Plankton.
I appreciate the Sandy Squirrel, because if you and I were at a saloon, like the question that I had pitched that should have been in this quiz, you were like, oh shit, well, there's a cute, I would have been Sandy Squirrel. I'd been like, come on, let's go. Let's say hi. So
I actually really do get Sandy Squirrel vibes from
But I didn't want to do the thing and just be like, oh, the female character on the show and you're a girl. That's why. So I was like, no, I have to explain why I see Sandy. And so I do see more Sandy than Sponge.
I think we all have the I can explain guy in us, because we all talked about photobombing. It's when you're taking a picture and someone's like, hey, I'm Kramer.
Yeah, exactly.
Your dad is the I can explain guy.
And I will give him that every day of the week. Yes, 100%. But but yeah, I'm just surprised that they would lob that one your way.
I was so confused.
I could tell. It really sent you spiraling.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's because you do a lot of stuff, just sort of also what you were talking about, like, you don't really do things for social media. Like, you just do your thing. You're interested in this. You're curious about this. You just like do your thing. And if someone were to see it and it's a bit out of context, it's like, I can explain.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
I like that as well. I like that better than the sad person on Reddit that got really heavy with it.
There was some, I'm not even reading the dark shit that I found. Some SpongeBob Reddits go hard.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I did some exploring myself recently.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, Spice Girls. We also did a Which Spice Girl Are
Spice
You?
Girl
to learn more about each other.
I hope, what did they give you? Like someone on the crew? Like a third, like a secondary character?
I was about to say, Matt, we need to have a talk. There is no Spice Girl.
Oh, lighting spice?
There's no lighting spice.
No, I just feel like I'm excited for the Spice Girl reveal. I couldn't possibly, and I will say I was a Spice Girl fan, like OG. It was around the time, if we're going to get into personalities, I started buying music for myself. It was around the age when I wasn't just whatever my parents were listening to or whatever might have been in the soundtrack. So it was like, oh, I like Spice Girls. Spice Girls are fun. And I love this
Did
song.
you like pop music as a kid?
I was very much a pop music kid for a while. I wouldn't become a rock music guy until like high school-ish. Spice Girls was something that I bought for me, but I also didn't tell a lot of people because I was a little boy I'm not supposed to like Spice Girls.
Oh, you are. And I love that you did. And I kind of love that. That makes me love little you more.
I've embraced that. I let that little boy fly. That little boy gets to do whatever.
And you enjoyed the music? Were you like, oh, they're really cute?
It was both. I had crushes. I had innocent crushes. I remember they were innocent.
Sure they were.
I had innocent crushes, but I really loved Wannabe. I loved that song.
Yeah.
And then I loved Say You'll Be There. And I was also a big, at that time, let's really date ourselves. We're already talking about Spice Girls in the 90s. I was a big CD and cassingle guy. Because it was easier to buy. Do you remember casingles and CD singles? Like you could buy for.
I have never heard someone call it that before.
You've never
heard a cassingle?
A cassingle was a cassette single, and you could buy it for instead of the $20, you could get like 5 singles, either CDs or cassettes.
This is where the few years age difference between us feels extreme because I don't think I ever bought a cassette.
Maybe it was.
You never bought a cassette.
No.
Okay.
Maybe it was. Because of Sam Goody or something.
Yeah.
That's where they had like a cassingle
wall. Yeah, you would go in.
That you could go to. Because we are the same age and I would buy casingles.
I remember there were CDs that you could buy that had a single and they were like $7 instead of $19, but then you only got one song and 2 other versions of that one song.
But mine weren't $7. They were much cheaper. Like
I
could get like
the singles were like $1.99, $2.99.
So I would buy like 5 or 6 of them and I'd have like my own. I remember some of the dumbest songs. We're going way off on a tangent. There was a terrible song, some group whose name I can't even remember, that they released in response to No Scrubs, and it was called No Pigeons. And it was supposed to be like male rappers talking about like the types of females that they wouldn't date, like versus like female rappers talking about the type. And it was so terrible. Not a good song. But there was a
cassingle and you bought it.
There was a, yeah.
Did you choose your cassingles based on the imagery on the cover?
It would be a couple of different things. Either if I would either go out deliberately looking for it, or in that instance, the cover was like a pigeon with like a line through it, which was intriguing. But also I loved No Scrubs. I loved TLC.
Yeah.
Always loved girl groups.
So you thought someone who loved, that's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, always. I had Celine Dion singles.
Nice.
I used to play, it was lost long ago. I used to play It's All Coming Back to Me, and I would turn on my keyboard, and I didn't know how to play piano, but I would pretend I knew how to play piano. So It's All Coming Back to Me. Okay, anyway.
Airplane.
So I was excited
Pause for airplane.
Pause for airplane.
Yes.
I wish I could whistle. I don't know how to whistle, but I would love to do.
I barely know how.
No, but you did what I could never. Okay. So
yes, you were so excited. Then an airplane flew by.
Excited to find out which Spice Girl I was.
Okay.
So.
What Spice Girl are you? I'm gonna say.
It's hard. It's hard to put me in a box.
I'm gonna say.
I actually have a hard time even coming up with you.
And you've known
Spice
me
Girl.
for 2 decades now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're Baby Spice.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay, so
like
that's
that.
not the answer he got.
It's not.
The reason I was saying is because you've got sweetness, you've got gentility.
Thank you. I wore my hair in pigtails.
You
that
love
one time.
a good mini skirt.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
You
shoes?
like fun shoes. You
Fun
do. You like
shoes.
fun shoes. You like your version of accessories. And Baby Spice was just always like such a sweet part of the mix.
I
kind of fucking love that you didn't get that.
I didn't get that. I thought I was going to. I thought Here Comes Baby Spice.
And then?
And it wasn't Baby Spice. And I wanted to be Scary Spice just because I loved Scary Spice.
So did you pick Cheetah when the print or colors came up? Again.
Honestly, they were telegraphing it a mile away. Because they're like, what are you going to wear to a concert? And it's like, oh, a tracksuit. And it's like, well, I'm not going to say, I'm not Sporty Spice. I'm not going to say the tracksuit. But I could, if I wanted to, be comfortable, wear a tracksuit. So I'm going to tell you some of the answers I gave. Right. So it was, what shoes do you wear? And like the options were like go-go boots and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I chose boots. I was like, yeah, not boots, go-go boots. I was like, because I have fun shoes. I don't have go-go boots, but I feel like if I did, I would wear them all the time. So I was like, go-go boots. Good. And then I was like, you're going to a concert. What are you going to wear? And the first time I begrudgingly chose tracksuit because I was answering honestly.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's what I would wear. And so I said tracksuit. And then of course you get to the choose a girl group and I chose TLC. Big fan.
Yes.
TLC. Okay, that gave me
Sporty Spice.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I went back and I was like, okay, stick with the go-go boots. Let's change it from tracksuit to mini skirt.
Yep.
Because you know me, I love a fun outfit. I went mini skirt. And then instead of TLC, I was like, well, after TLC, everybody loved Destiny's Child. I was a big Destiny's Child fan.
So I'm like, I don't know who you got.
Sporty Spice again.
Oh, cool.
I got 2 Sporties. I don't know how. I don't know why. And probably, now look, do I have a running club that I go to? Yes. Have I been taking a fitness class lately? Yes. But am I a sporty person, Marin? By any
Sporty
measure?
Spice, she was my favorite as a kid.
She's a lot of fun.
I've always been slightly, looking back, I can see where my love of the androgynous comes from and the blurry lines of gender identity, because I thought she was so feminine and masculine at the same time, and just confident and powerful and fucking badass. And I thought she was my favorite. I thought she was the sexiest.
I thought Sporty and I would have a nice chill time. And I felt like a connection to Sporty that I didn't feel to the others. The others, like Baby, I could see what we were describing earlier. And I had an affinity for Baby, of course, and Scary. And Posh felt too distant and disconnected from my world.
Posh is who part of me wishes I was, but I'll never be.
Posh was like, I'm not posh. I know I'm not posh. I don't even know what posh means, but if that's it, I know it's not me.
Yeah.
So posh isn't going to hang with me, but Sporty and I are going to kick it. We're going to have a good time. I
saw
felt that.
She was my favorite when I was a kid, and I saw her in concert later on when she came out with her own album, Mel C.
Did you?
I did.
Did you read her book by any chance?
No. Is it good?
I don't know. Marin has it, but I'm waiting.
She wrote an autobiography?
Yeah, you could borrow it.
Okay, thank you.
There we go. Yeah. Fun story about that. We went to, it was our anniversary 2 years ago. We went to the bookstore. She found Mel C's book and I found Mel Brooks's book, and we both bought Mel books for each other for our anniversary.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Mel B and Mel C.
Yes,
love
Mel B and
it.
Mel C.
The great
Mel
Mels.
Yeah, the best Mels that I know.
The best Mels.
Okay. So I'm a little choked up here over my Spice Girls results. That's who I am.
Yeah.
I don't not like it. I'm just surprised by it.
Yeah.
What was your Spice Girls journey as I try to think about who I would put you as? Because again, I'm doing that thing. I know you're not posh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see you as scary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see you as baby.
Mm-hmm.
So where does that leave us, right?
I can't tell you anything until you choose one.
Who did you want going in?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I just wanted, just like you said, I wanted it to be as authentic and possible.
Yes.
And because we both have a good enough understanding of the Spice Girls, again, that fucking quiz.
You could see it a mile away.
I was like, it's like I need to, it was actually more interesting to listen to Eli's answer because he doesn't know much about the Spice Girls. So he got Ginger.
Okay.
That's so funny considering how much of a Liverpool fan he is.
I know, yeah. And I thought it was really sweet because he's so like the typical sort of perspective of like masculine that we all have,
yes.
but his feminine side comes out in interesting ways. And I was like, well, what shoe did you pick? Red because of Liverpool? And he says yes. And I said, did you pick stilettos? He's like, yeah, I picked stilettos for fun. I was like, but you always wear tennis shoes. He's like, no, I chose stiletto. And I don't remember what are the other things that made him get Ginger. But yeah, I think he felt very pleased about it.
I love how like you were surprised by some of that, and like you were learning a little bit about his response and his.
Oh,
vibe.
I was so turned on. I was like, that's awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've done.
So
Marin's
did I
analysis.
also get Ginger? What do you think?
I don't think you did.
Edge of their couch cushions,
or they're just like move the fuck on to another topic already. Okay. Yes. Who do you think? What do you think?
I mean, it's really hard to put it back on me and give you any kind of answer of value at this point. It's hard to disagree with the Ginger. I'm torn between two worlds. She put Ginger. I'll put Scary.
I got also the same one as you. I got Sporty Spice.
Yeah, Sporty. Jeez,
okay, I'm thinking it's rigged. I got Sporty.
You
got Sporty?
Yeah.
Sporty?
She's the shit. We
love Sporty.
We all love a tracksuit.
Yeah.
Like a monochromatic outfit, an outfit that has a matching top and a bottom is the most delicious thing.
It's as good as it gets.
I'm surprised you are so surprised I got Sporty, but let's keep going with your Sporty.
Oh, I'm not surprised you got Sporty. I'm surprised. I think that what you're saying is right. That we all are getting
and
it.
We're such three different people.
We're very different. It's almost as if these quizzes.
I think we should redo again. Like, what are some questions that I would ask if it was a Spice Girls? Okay, you're at a Mexican restaurant. What do you order? I don't know. I'd be like, what does each girl get at the?
Yes. In the same way that you said, it's so funny that he got Ginger because he's a Liverpool fan. It's like that's the level.
I mean, I'm pretty
knowledge.
sure Jerry is also a Liverpool fan.
But that's my point.
But like,
that's the level of stuff we need to know, right? It's like, who are you rooting for?
See, that's the fun thing. You don't want to know that the choice you're making is you're not sure, but the people who know them better than you really understand them.
Like, I didn't know that, right? Yeah. So that's why I was really amused by your observation when you said that. I was like, oh, that's so funny. Of course you would know that. But that's the exact kind of question you want to ask because I can answer that. Like, who am I going to root for? It's like, well, what team would I have rooted for? And then I can look them. And I don't know which one is associated with them.
We would go learn more about their personalities and then ask some sort of psychological question and base our answers on things that they've all said in interviews. I don't know.
I don't see why we wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. I think what I've learned is that these quizzes are not an accurate reflection of who we are as individuals.
But boy, are they fun.
But they are a good time. And I think that's really what they're designed to be.
How are we doing on time?
Let's stop for a break and then we'll come back and we'll wrap things up. We've checked off everything, which is incredible. We've done
great. We've really unpacked personalities.
But we did. I think and look, Are we going to have episodes where the topic is like malls or the topic is movies and it's or a movie specifically? Yes. But I really enjoyed this today. I say this phrase, casting a wide net, a lot, but today we casted a very wide one, and I think it yielded great results. I really enjoyed hearing about. I didn't write any of this down, and let's see if I can do the what I learned thing. Okay. Let's get into what I learned. One, the you living alone thing. I didn't know you lived alone. And I'm very curious about the other aspects of that time of your life. And I'm going to tuck that away to unpack at a later date.
I like that. Yeah.
I think specifically the living alone thing I was surprised by, especially coming out to LA and all that. It's impossible to live in a big city alone. And that's a very special and unique experience. I've never lived alone. And so I'm infinitely curious about that.
We should do an episode too about, I would like to know about sort of the different living situations you've had. I feel like whatever guest we have on, because they're predominantly creatives, we'll have some crazy stories.
To narrow the focus of our topics, the next one should be living.
Living situations.
There we are. And that narrows it it funnels it down just a little bit.
What'd you learn about Matt?
I'm getting to that.
I'm just letting him
like a wrap up.
Well, this is it.
This is Matt's version of a wrap up.
My wrap up is 48 minutes. Okay, so yes. What did you learn about me today? Anything?
I learned that. Well, you know what's really nice? I don't know if you've noticed, but both of our quizzes, at least one of the times when we did them, we got the exact same answers.
Yes.
And I think something that we both really. One of the reasons we're doing this is because we don't know much about each other. We are vastly different, and simultaneously there is some core something that we see in one another that feels similar. It's like a similar notion about the way we want to be in the world, but the way in which we do it is vastly different.
Yes.
So I think that was really nice to hear, like, that third time I did it, I got SpongeBob too. We both got Mel C, you know.
I need to take that quiz over now and see if I can find myself in an honest way.
Please, how many times does it take you to get to the I can explain guy?
Exactly where I was heading. I was like, because if you arrived there, there's something telling me that I have it in me to arrive there as well. Yeah. So I have to see, but maybe not. I don't know. Time will tell.
There's a girl on Instagram who makes with glass these meeps that you can put in planters and things. Okay. And I'm so obsessed with them. They're $100 each, but I've had Eli try to help me to like buy it as soon as they drop. I've never been able to get one. They sell as fast as Destiny's Child. Excuse me. They sell as fast as Beyonce tickets.
Can I, first of all, if Destiny's Child does a reunion, those tickets are moving.
They're moving fast.
If that happens, they're moving. But second of all, embarrassed to say, can you explain a meep?
You know a meep.
A meep. Don't you remember in some iconic early SpongeBob days, there would be someone that go, my leg, in the background?
Yes. Okay. I forgot we were still in SpongeBob land, and I meep outside of SpongeBob.
Sorry, I'm adding to the 48-minute wrap up. I'm not doing a good job.
All right. No,
okay, great.
Great job. So where does that leave us?
With the future.
It's a great place to do that. I had a lot of fun. We learned a lot together.
Yes. We're going to try and figure out a way. We'll put people, if you're listening, let us know. Oh, go take the quizzes. Tell us what you got.
Yeah. We're
going to start more Reddit threads.
Show notes are a thing that podcasts do. We'll put the quiz links.
I would love if there's a way to interact with the few people who decide to listen.
Yeah. Well, we have to start releasing these first. That's the first step. And
then maybe in the future, when this is a more live thing or comes out in a more rapid fashion, we'll be able to talk about some of the things that people were saying.
That's honestly, and I know we're wrapping it up, but one of the most exciting things once we release this is the things that people are picking up that we're not picking up. That's gonna be this, and I say that.
About the podcast?
Yes. About Matt didn't just pick up that Dylan said this and vice versa.
Oh.
Like things that we think we're perceiving or not perceiving. Because I am a person who is terrified of what the internet has to say and thinks about.
Yes.
Me. I do not engage
Same.
with that. And since that is my comfort zone, I'm going to make an effort. I'm not promising. I'm
to
not
step
pledging.
Out of it?
Yes. I'm going to make an effort to step out of it and engage and see what people think and respond and interact. I think we have to.
I'm going to use Marin to do that for. I'm gonna find some
who's done that in the past. You're smart to do.
I'm gonna find some teenager to pay him $25 a week to do our social media.
Yeah, and if there's one thing a teenager is gonna be able to do, it's really pick up on all of my cassingle references. So anyone looking for that job, thank you so much.
Thank
as
you
always,
so much
for being here with me, and it's a pleasure to be here with you.
Same, and thanks
Marin,
to anyone
thank
listening.
you for holding it down over there as our producer. Thank you to everyone who listened and joined us for this one.
We
and
think you're swell.
We think swell is just the beginning, isn't it? Yeah. I couldn't agree more. And follow us on the socials and on all those places.
Spice up your life.
Spice up your life.
Spice up your life.
Should we say the title on the way out, or did we do it at the top? We're good. Like, thank you for listening to.
Thanks for listening to I barely know you.
There it
Fantastic.
is.
We did it.
We did it, guys.
All right, I'm going to stop.
I Barely Know You is produced by Marin Forte, Dylan Silver, and me, Matt Forte. Theme song by Mike Thrasher. Listen to that. So good. Subscribe to our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And follow us at IBKY Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.